Alright folks, players are back from their break. We had a little hiccup in the stream, losing connection for a moment here, but I think we got it figured out. We're limited to 4 hours on each match, so after each match we're going to go ahead and restart. We didn't hit that 4-hour limit mark yet, something else happened, but we've now attacked that and fixed it. But when this match is over, we will shut down just temporarily and we will restart the stream for each match.
This might sound a little awkward, Ben, but I ran into Michael in the bathroom.
Mike? Oh, did you?
Yeah, and I told him, hang in there, man. You know, and he's like, yeah, just a little nervous. He's still feeling confident, though. I think we'll see a little bit more relaxed play out of him. He's got a nice safe opportunity here. If he crosses the 1, his cue ball behind the 3. 7. You don't like it?
Me personally, you know how aggressive I am.
What are you gonna do? Cut it?
I'm probably gonna sell out and not come up with nearly as good of a shot as he did.
So Michael and I are putting you in jail, and you're just
if you two play scotch against me as a solo artist, I'd need a big spot.
Yeah, that's interesting, and I was excited to commentate with you, Ben, because, I've seen you play before. You're a great player. We've never commentated together, so I was kind of curious to see, like, times where we get different in our approach.
I was excited to see and hear about that too.
Yeah. And with that shot, my thought process is pretty much that it was an easy save. Oh, look at this. What a kick that was. 2-rail kick. Balls out in the middle of the table is not easy. When you're going multiple rails and balls in the middle of the table, it makes it a lot harder. And she just hit that ball perfect. So out of what I've seen with Michael so far, I can see him banking this one ball back up 2 rails towards that top rail and leaving the cue ball down here on the rail by the 4 ball. But let's see what he comes up with here, because he doesn't really have a pocket for the 1.
Yeah, guys, sorry about that. I know we had some background music running for a moment, and that is 100% my fault for not getting it shut off. It's off now, so you guys might have been stuck with a little bit of excessive background music for an extra minute or 2. My apologies. This is all brand new stuff. This is the first big event we're doing. I'm doing my very best to keep up with everything, so I apologize for the little mistake here and there.
Yeah, we appreciate the feedback in the comments too.
Yeah, and that's what's helping the most too. Thank you guys so much.
It's all about making it the best experience for you guys as possible. So
the comments really do help.
She's gonna have to jump out of here. She really has no rails to kick from and no options.
Really appreciate you guys understanding. Sorry to interrupt you.
It's alright. Looks like she has to jump less than half of the 8 ball. And if she hits the 1, kind of banks it out of there and misses the 10 ball, got a chance to get safe out of this.
Yeah.
Just like that.
So you utilize the 5 and 6.
Look at this. I had to give her a little
funny.
snaps.
Both balls are within about 18 inches of each other, and it's a very tough 1-rail kick no matter which way you go. I don't know if you can kick. Yeah, I suppose you can kick past the 5.
So I like going 2 rails on this spin for a couple of reasons. One, if you're slightly off in your calculation,
I'm gonna stop this for a moment.
you can actually end up going 3 rails and still making a hit. So if you go 2 rails around that top right corner with some pace, and if you, like I said, if you open it up too much, you'd hit that 3rd rail and still hit behind the 1 and still be able to get a rail. So there's room for error, and he is going to go that way.
There's that option. I'm trying to work around the way he moves too to see what another option is. So he's going to load up with left here.
It's just too
It's a
tough.
tough shot, but you got a better chance of making it, in my opinion.
You do.
You just have to load up with left. And he overloaded.
I don't get across the path. Like I moved to 6 second. I don't think it's a foul. But so I moved to 6 from here to here. Basically.
Did you capture a replay?
I
Ball
did.
didn't cross the path. Key ball went that way.
Replaying right now.
Pretty sure it's right there.
Yeah, he's right.
He hit the 6 with the cue ball though.
Cue ball?
That's not my place to get involved in this.
Yeah, it's always a tough place when you're on the sideline here. Ben thinks he might have hit the 6 with the cue ball, but when you're here,
What do you guys think? Look at the 6 ball move. Did he hit that with his cue or
it's
his
gonna be
cue
so
ball?
hard to tell.
Are you looking at the wrong screen? We were. I'm sorry, whatever. We'll let it go. Both players have let it go. I'll let it go.
We got a personal foul. Well, whatever, it's over. But yeah, when you're on the sidelines in a pool match and you see a foul, it's such a tough spot to be in, and people turn around and look at you.
I'll be perfectly honest. When I'm nearby, I turn my head.
Yeah.
like I've been having a conversation with somebody else because I don't even want to be asked. I don't want to be in the middle of it.
Yeah.
I don't want my opinion to potentially, be match or money altering.
So I like banking this ball up and putting him right behind the 10 because 2 reasons. One, you get the 1 right up there, be 1-3, start your run nice and easy. But 2, I mean, he's going to have a really hard time making a hit on this. She's actually going to cut it though. Yeah, that would have worked. You just got to make it, but I thought the safe was just sitting right there too pretty. You know, Ben, this tournament attracted players from all over the country.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's so cool. I just met a guy from Hawaii.
Hawaii, yeah. I think Alaska showed up too.
That's awesome. And, some of these states, when they go back home, they got to quarantine for 14 days. That's how serious these players are about this tournament.
Yeah. They're willing to give up 2 weeks of their life just to... Wish I could do more.
Appreciate that.
They're willing to give up 2 weeks of their life when they get back home just to come out here and sweat a tourney.
Susan has a little easier shot on the 1 this time. She hit it really nice. Cue balls are going a little fast. Yeah, that's a good view there. I think the 3 ball will go. Oh, she played a safe. Very nice save.
Well, I don't have the bracket up in front of me, but it's going to be to our benefit for me to pull it up here. But I just got told that, unfortunately, right out the gate, 2 Arizona players drew each other. So, Arizona folks, if you're listening at home, Sam Lenchow and Alex Esparza drew each other right out the gate. I don't know what the score was. However, Carlos Esparza, Alex's father, came up to me and said, hey, Carlos got that one and Sam's out. So Carlos beat Sam. And that's funny because I made a quick little bet with somebody that Sam was going to win. He was the one.
How good do you run?
Not good. Oh gosh, after my side action last night too, I had a rough night.
So the shot here, you gotta do a little something with the cue ball. But if you hit the 3 with a lot of left-hand spin, but hit it dead center, you can beat that 8 ball and bank it out of there.
You think so?
Yeah, I do.
I feel like it hits it.
No, I think if you a lot of left-hand spin, I think you could have got there.
Yeah, maybe.
So she elected to play it safe, and she left a pretty tough shot. But you know what? If he makes this ball, he might have to throw it a little, but if he makes this ball, it's very possible he ends up with a shot on the 4 ball here.
Oops. I think we're going to see the cue ball get stuck right in here. And I'm going to actually do this for you guys from a different angle.
Yeah,
I think we're going to see the cue ball get snuggled up right here. And I think the 5 ball ends up down here.
that's so funny because on the other one I'm playing the safe and you're firing at the ball. This one I'm firing at the ball and you're playing safe.
If the 8 wasn't there, I'd like playing the shot because I can roll up naturally on that 5. And I think it's tough to tell. I'll say he was going for both.
Yeah,
I think he hit it just
the fact that he had to jack up to play that delicate safety makes it all that much tougher.
I wonder if I can create my own little X instead of having to draw it. I'm sure I could write it up in script.
So if Susan can make a tough shot here, she's in business.
Yeah, she's shooting to what a lot of folks refer to as a blind pocket. She's kind of shooting away from it.
I don't think she had a whole pocket to shoot at.
No.
Four ball might have blocked some of it.
Oh, and I'm sorry, she's right-handed. She was shooting not at a blind pocket. This would be more or less considered shooting at a blind pocket if he was to cut that three. I think he's gonna duck.
Oh.
The loose. Susan will take it. What do you do here? Kick and stick? I don't know about that with a 10 and 5 over there. You could lose the 3 ball right there.
Yeah, I think, why not call the bank? And,
Good call.
bank it.
Good call.
You should be able to have a shot on the four.
As aggressive as I am, I didn't even think to see that. And she might have got away with
I think
it.
she did.
She very well may have gotten away with that. Camera 3 used the point right there, too.
Don't beat yourself up, Ben. You get the.
We turned it to focus on
You got a
another.
great setup here with multiple cameras. It's looking really good. At least that's what people are telling us on the feed.
Awesome, thank you.
All these matches are an even race to 11 until the finals, and the finals is going to be one race to 15. It's a single elimination tournament, and
I do agree, George. These are kind of long matches, but given the stakes, I mean, a lot of these people traveled from other states, spent $1,000 to get in. They had to cover travel expenses.
yeah.
If it's a little bit longer race, that's fine. But I do agree, these are kind of long races. But I suppose you could say they're getting their money's worth.
Well, perfect opportunity for Susan here. No real problems.
Well, I can tell you pretty much without a shadow of a doubt, just given how long this match has taken, and we're not even at the halfway point yet. As soon as this match is done, the stream will end and we will be right back with the next match. Couldn't tell you who it'll be yet, but I would have to imagine that we will have a match ready to go right away.
You think that 5 ball goes past the green 6 there for the side pocket? Doesn't look like it. She's gonna bank this 5. So this is an intriguing little shot. If she can,
She may have the right half of the pocket as we look at it now. I don't know.
she's gonna bank it up into that top right corner. And I think she's gonna try to hold the cue ball down. Maybe hit the 10 and down. Yeah, look at this.
Oh,
look at this
wow.
shot. Hope she doesn't make it. Because she was trying to stick on the back of the 10 and still have a shot on the 6 if she made it, and she ended up freezing right on it. Yeah, I think the 6 ball might be taking the 2-railer slightly out of play. It's very close.
Yeah, there's a replay on that safety right here where she just
Maybe not.
stuck him in there. So now he's left to think about it. Yeah, did you say something about the 6 ball?
Yeah, I think the 6 might take the 2-railer out of play. So it looks like he's gonna come 1 rail at it. Or maybe 2 rails using this bottom rail.
Kind of trying to go that way. It's in the way. Oops.
Yeah, I think the 6
Something along those lines. Yeah, you probably got problems with that 6 here. He's going something completely different. I kind of like this. It's not the worst.
You could have actually gone that same route you had before and
But
come
above
around
it,
4 rails.
added an extra rail. Yeah.
3 or 4
He
rails.
could actually make this ball though.
You could.
If he catches the rail before the side pull.
You did
Oh,
enough.
you're on 3. I think that was 3 in one shot.
I know. That's bad. It's too bad. It would have probably been good.
I think that if we were playing 3 foul, you took care of it all in one shot.
Yeah, I know.
They got a laugh out of that.
You know, guys, the mood here today, it's really cool. This is a lot of money, and it's a big tournament, but there's a lot of smiles. There's a lot of people having fun, and it's just an exciting day. You know, I'm not even playing. I can't tell you last time I was so excited for a tournament I wasn't playing in. But a lot of money at stake here. Big prize money. So obviously that's not where she wanted to be. She got out of line. But you know, remember, in pool, you're always one shot away from being back in line. And this shot, she's playing it there. I probably played in the other corner with inside English and come around 3 rails, and then you're tracking perfect for shape.
I just think this was center ball pretty firm.
Yeah,
Inside English definitely keeps you on the right
go
side
high.
of it.
Yeah, she was gonna go high. And she got away with it.
Should have been good for the 8. I think Jason's going to thin this and use the 8-7 and possibly 9 for cover, but likely
Michael.
the 8 and the 7. What did I say?
Jason.
Did I really?
Yeah. It's okay.
Wow. I got about 3 hours of sleep last night. Oh gosh. Please keep me in line all day.
I will. I got your back. That's a pretty good touch.
I think I was kind of close to. It's tough to tell.
You know, it's interesting watching Susan play. With female players, you don't see a lot of them that kind of keep their hair down and loose like she has it right now. You know, oftentimes you'll see it kind of put up in a ponytail or, you know, at least a scrunchie or something, because, you know, I'm the type of guy, if I have one eyelash kind of hanging down, I see it every single shot, and I'm like, oh no, I'll go to the bathroom.
You're the
clip it out
exception
or
to the
something.
rule,
Oh, really?
I suppose.
I don't know. If I were her, I'd put my hair up in a ponytail. If I had long hair, I'd be wearing a man bun.
It doesn't seem to, I mean, I guess I haven't watched much over the monitors, but it doesn't seem, I don't see her moving it too much. It doesn't seem to bother her.
She went for it.
She certainly did. She might have got away with it. No?
She's gonna give him something to look at. So this makes it a little complicated because the ball's close to the rail here, but I think I'd probably jack up on this shot and try to cut it to the side and come off that top rail there, because you're creating that separation with the cue ball. He's looking at
So you want to elevate.
Yeah, I want to elevate, kind of have the cue ball come to that top rail.
He's looking at a similar, well, I
He's
shouldn't
gonna-
say similar, he's looking at banking it in the opposite side.
Yeah.
But trying to gain what appears to be similar position as to what you were
Yeah.
referring to.
But I like cutting in the side because, you know, if you miss it, some good things can happen. You know, where the balls are separated, you could hit the inside point and it could come down behind the 10.
You've
There's some good
also
stuff.
potentially got the 7 and 8 for coverage.
He's rolling forward on this bank. Oh no, he did cut it, but with high English. Interesting.
That's kind of what I thought he was doing. Potentially using, I don't know, it's probably too late
That
to
might
bother.
even be better than my shot.
It's probably too late to bother drawing on screen, but thought he could get over in this area here. Oh god, never mind.
I gotta tell you, Susan's gotta be happy with, you know, the score of this match so far. But it also has to be a pretty frustrating match for her, because she's come to the table quite a bit without a whole lot of opportunities. And those matches really are annoying sometimes. It's like, I feel like everything's stacked against you. You come to the table, you never have a shot. She's jumped the ball maybe 5 times. She does handle that jump cue pretty well, though. Got an option.
Let's check that out one more time. It's birdie. It wasn't what she called, but it was birdie.
Can't tell if the 7 clears the 8. If it does, this is natural. You just make your 6, then you make your 7, 8. Nice shot. I can't tell if this 7 goes. What do you think, Ben?
7 goes past the 8?
I don't think it does because of the frustration.
He pointed at that pocket, but
He's got a good safe. He could
probably
bank it
pointing it.
across the table and play the cue ball off that top rail and then nestle it in behind the 8.
I see what you're saying there.
A lot of right-hand spin to kind of make sure you don't screw. Oh, he played a
He hit
combo.
the combo good. Didn't get much for a reward.
You know, I like that. I like that because he needs something to kind of energize him. Like he needs a cup of coffee. You know, and a combo shot might be that cup of coffee that he needs right now to kind of get him.
Oh, if he can make a combo shot and follow it up with a bank shot to gain position on the 10 to put him within 2 games, that is a double espresso.
Yeah.
You can't help but notice he stood up pretty quickly.
And I think that's the second time that he's come short on the bank. So, you know, you gotta, you know, the table we're capturing a database here while you're playing, you know, and you have to use the information that you get and apply it the next time you're up with that situation. So the information now for him is twice he's banked, twice he's come up short. Next time, cut it a little more on those bank shots.
Now we're down to 35, like I said. Yeah.
You gonna reset?
Reset what?
Hit the live feed.
Have them reset.
I'll have them reset.
Yeah, we're back up live.
So if you're out here in Las Vegas, I would definitely recommend stopping by this evening. I think they're going to have a UFC fight, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah. So
What's that,
it's-
253 or something like that, I think I read?
I don't know, but it's... I
Don't know
think
who it is.
It's, I know who it is. It's,
Speaking of UFC, I'm awfully proud of this new computer we got. It's the same one that the UFC uses to stream their fights. Now, obviously, I don't utilize all of its capabilities as quite the way that they do, but I've only had a month or two with it. They've had a decade.
I feel like I'm channeling my inner Joe Rogan today, so...
I spoke with him briefly about this, and he got me in touch with a company called IEEI.
Well, that needs to go.
If it
did.
stays,
It did.
he's okay. He certainly could have done worse.
Can we see the other view on this, Ben?
Yeah, absolutely.
This will give us a look at whether this is a scratch shot. It's going to be super tough not to scratch on this ball if you go for the corner.
If you try to roll it forward and cheat it as much as you can, I still think that point still takes it in.
Yeah.
You have to be super aggressive. Jack up,
Go
fire
for
it in
the
with
bench shot.
inside.
I think here you know,
I think there's a zoom feature too. I'm not going to try to mess with it during a live stream, but
I think here in these situations, a lot of times you'll see top players just go for the bank shot. You know, because there's not a whole lot of good safe options here. Sure, you can roll into the 7, kind of try to leave it down by that first diamond, you know, and just leave something tough, but then the person can reverse the safe on you.
I want to go back to this real quick just because it's a little bit. What do you think about something along those lines?
Oh boy.
It's a tall order, but the cue ball kind of follows the path of the 7 and ends up, you know, somewhere up in this area.
So
I
hit it
think.
with high.
Yeah, hit it high, just a touch of high, maybe a half tip. But you're hitting the ball firm. You got to get that ball to travel 5
Well,
rails.
if you think about it, that's kind of why I think a lot of the pros hit that bank shot. Because if they miss that bank shot long, they kind of get that result out of it anyway. Right?
She called the banking up.
Yeah, look,
But look where it ended
look.
up.
Yeah.
Look, that's exactly where it ended up. Is
Yep.
You know, the cue ball didn't go where I thought it was going, but that was exactly.
It's funny. I think, you know, we kind of had the same shot in mind
This
with
is kind of where I was thinking ish, but she was pretty darn close.
one thinking defense, one thinking offense. But, you know, it's funny how there's sometimes where you'll shoot an offensive shot, but innately in the back of your mind, you kind of know that if you miss it, you're going to end up safe. You know, it's just you've done it over and over, and you might not even think about it, and it just happens, you know. And I think that was what just kind of displayed for us there.
I like letting my stroke out here and cutting this ball in and taking the cue ball 3, possibly 4 rails around.
Yeah.
It's a good leave.
Yeah, that's So we mentioned that before. When you have one of those cut shots, if you overcut that ball, you're going to get safe like 100% of the time. But I think I like what you said, Ben, is that, at some point to get to 11 games, Michael needs to start kind of getting in gear. There's been some comments on this stream that he plays better than what he's playing here, and we kind of assume that. So at some point he's got to start pocketing balls, and so that would have been a great point.
I apologize if anybody's directed any comments at me. I've had my phone in horizontal mode and everything turned off.
And they're talking all kinds of trash about you.
Yeah. They probably have been. I'm trying to keep up, but it's tough sometimes. I'll get a rhythm down with this thing. I hope we are coming in nice and clear.
One thing's for sure, he will not be playing safety on this shot. Just make the ball, a little stun shot, come one rail out for the 10 ball. So, I'm sure Michael's going to go home and he's going to watch this. And if he doesn't, he should, right? And that's for anyone. Whenever you play on the stream, that is a perfect opportunity to then go and work on your game and learn about your game. What did you do wrong? Even if it's painful, right? Mm-hmm. And, a couple things I'm seeing. He grips the cue at the very back end of the cue, which causes his stroke to kind of rise up and down a little bit.
In his defense, he is like 6 foot.
He is tall. And, as was mentioned before, he also bends over so far to the side that it's almost like he's not coming through the ball. He's kind of guessing from a side angle.
He stands more like a skateboarder or surfer-ish style rather than, the extreme, which would be like a snooker or an English 8-ball player.
Yeah, and seeing that, a few of those adjustments, it could really help elevate his game pretty quickly, I think. Notice his backhand there. Way on the back of the cue. It also looks like he might be gripping it kind of tight back there. Which, if Ben, all the top pros,
my back 2 or 3 fingers don't even...
Yeah, it's like fingertips, That's how you get all that action on the cue ball, right? Anytime you grip the cue tight in the back, you restrict the action that you're going to get on your follow-through.
Gracias, señor Teachea.
George, from early on, I've just been trying to do what you do, buddy. We love hearing you on the mic.
Keep telling CSI to let us team up more often, but I don't know. They must not like me on the mic. I'm just kidding. There's just so many better ones to choose from. They've got you, and they've got, who else? Jimmy and Jerry, Jeremy.
Good shot.
George. They got everybody that sounds like their name starts with a J.
Joey? Hey.
They need a Joey. Well, they got a Joey Gray, I believe, but we could do a Gray versus Ryan.
No, you're good.
Susan apologizes for playing a little slow. She is actually stepping away to the restroom for a moment, so I'll go ahead and give you this to look at for a moment. And I'm actually going to step away and grab a bottle of water. Joey, you're welcome to hang out in the booth, or you can step out for a moment if you'd like to. This is pretty laid back.
Yeah, so I believe they're allowing 1 break per player, and Michael took his break a couple games ago, and now Susan's taking her break. And as you guys know, this match has started really slow. But it is the first match. It's a tough table. It's a TV table. You get players that are, semi-pro or pro level. They're used to being in the spotlight, and this is a 580 and under tournament, and it's like, congratulations, you're on the stream table. It's like, you probably hit 20 balls today, and you get to jump up and play on the stream table, so it's a bit of a challenge, you know, for them to get adjusted. Now, Susan has been in a lot of high-profile matches, played on, you know, different women's pro events, some of the top, she's one of the top women in Arizona pool, so you would expect her to adjust to this a little quicker than Michael. But I'm anticipating, I'm going to make the call that after this break, we're going to see him come back, and the pace of the match is going to quicken a little. And guys, if you haven't been out to Las Vegas and checked out this pool room, you know, I was here a few years ago right after it opened, and it's just an amazing room. It's got memorabilia all over the walls, and so you could spend an afternoon just walking around and reading some of these old posters with, you know, all the greats and, you know, the different promotions that went on for pool over the years. And you know, it's one of those classy pool rooms. You know, it's got the leather kind of booth seating all around the outside, and just a great environment to play pool. So I highly recommend it if you're ever out here in Las Vegas. It's one of those pool rooms that you make a trip to the state to go check out. Kind of like, you know, Q Masters in Virginia Beach, and, you know, Freezers, and you've got a couple good pool rooms in Phoenix, Main Street Billiards and Bull Shooters, and yeah, it's a great city to kind of pop in and check out some of the pool rooms. My friend Chris Adams owns Jicky Jacks there, and there's a lot of places. So we're getting back here, and don't know how to remove the graphic here for player break, so we're just going to go through with that for 1 second while, well, let's see if I can figure it out. You know, I don't want to mess up Ben's setup here, so we're just going to deal with those words being here for a second, if that's okay. Michael just called a push, and he's going to push this. Looks like he's going to push into the floor ball here and leave her very. Oh, he tried to. Okay, so he was concerned about the 10 ball being close to the pocket, so he's trying to push the 10 away from the pocket or in the pocket. And I don't know that he needed to do that. There's no other balls that were near there that were threatening that 10 ball, so now he just took an intentional foul. And Susan's going to have ball in hand. I think there are a lot of places he could have pushed there if he wanted to that would have, you know, accomplished quite a bit more. Been a little better, more advantageous. Okay, I'm going to try to get this thing off here. Let's see. Oh, here comes Ben. I think I just screwed it up.
I didn't get back in time. I'll show it to you.
Well, I accidentally, so I tried to get rid of it, and I hit the lead shot, so you'll have to add it back into that layer.
You deleted what shot?
The player break. The frame that said player break.
Okay. Yeah, that's a piece of cake.
Yeah.
No, that's no
I
worries.
figured.
And if you want to get water, go ahead.
No, I
sorry.
still have it. Okay, Ben, back to save the day. I like that. Susan didn't try to do too much there. She makes the 1 ball play safe on the 2 ball. Leaves him a tough kick. This is one that I might consider getting a referee on, especially if he comes at it 1 rail from the side here, because this is one of those that could split these 2 balls and hit them both like pretty much at the same time. It would be really tough to tell. Well, maybe they're a little further apart now.
I gotta say, Joey, I'm really glad that you're here because there's a lot going on, and you are able to keep people entertained while I'm
Thanks.
struggling to keep things going here.
Yeah. Okay, so
let's see here. Let's
figure
get another
something
angle
out.
here and see what we're looking at exactly.
This is not an easy.
It's not. That side pocket is right where you'd yeah.
What about that?
That side pocket is ideally where you'd like to hit. This is kind of what Joey was just drawing out. Something along these lines here, I think.
Call
right?
call the 10 on the side.
And call the 10.
Take it to
right
the
there.
bank. Take it to the bank.
Just go all out, baby.
Well, I mean, look, whatever you do here is hard, right? So
Correct.
why not go for a high reward shot?
Correct.
You know, so let's go for it.
He says, nope, I'm just going to go this route.
What are the odds it goes right between the 2 and 10?
He looks like
a
he's
field
online
goal.
with it.
No.
Oh, maybe
You need to hit
he
that
hit,
softer with
yeah, I
it,
was going to say
wish.
he hit it pretty firm.
Yeah. Well, here we go. 210. You gotta shoot it, I think. The balls are pretty open. You can go for the run out here, but man, this looks like an easy combo on the side.
I think honestly this is going to be, win or lose. I think this is a good match for Michael to take back and watch.
Yeah.
And kind of learn from a little bit. And he's kind of a student of the game.
Yeah.
He's really, really putting in a lot of time and a lot of effort and money, and he's doing everything he can. I think, and I
shot.
I don't know. I don't know if he gets proper lessons or anything like that. He may not.
Yeah. Well, it's like I said before, whenever you play, there's some matches I play on the stream, and man, it just makes me sick to go back and watch it. Because I dogged it, or I played so bad, or I got nervous. And you watch the comments, and people are like, "This guy can't play at all," and you can, and you're better than what you showed. But man, you have to watch the match, because that's how you're gonna see. It's like I had a kid I played baseball with all growing up, and his dad recorded every at-bat this kid ever had from the time he was 5 years old till college.
Wow.
Every at-bat. And they'd go home and they'd watch every at-bat. Now the kid was a 4-year starter for NC State playing baseball. Well, that's because they studied, and he made adjustments, and he got better. And it's like, I think sometimes pool's a fun game. We're like, oh, okay, we're going to go out and beat balls around. But we really want to get better, but you got to have that commitment to get better, And if you can't watch yourself on a stream and go back and apply those things, you're really not going to get much better.
You said a term, and I don't we don't need to get into a debate or anything along those lines, but in your opinion, is pool a game or a sport?
So,
And before answering that, elaborate on why you think one is, on what your decision is.
So I've been talking about pool a lot lately. You know that. And I've been pretty conscious to call it a game and not a sport. But I believe it's a sport. But I just believe a lot of other people don't understand it enough to call it a sport yet.
Fair
Right?
enough.
And so I don't want people to immediately dismiss pool as a sport because they get into an argument with me like, it's not a sport,
I think it kind of depends on what your definition of a game is and what your definition of a sport is. I've always been under the impression that it's not a sport if it doesn't take an athlete to be good at it. Well, there's plenty of people that are great at pool that are not athletes.
Yeah.
does that make this not a sport? I've always kind of referred to it as a game. But
Well, then golf's not a sport.
But then golf's not a sport,
Right.
and you really can't say that. And there's, I've always made the joke that soccer is a sport, and I know that's gonna
Well, look
get you
at guys
going.
like CC Sabathia, right? Like the pitcher from the Yankees.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
That was a great shot
You
right
could-
there,
yeah,
by
it
the way,
was.
by Susan.
you could look at him and say, he's not really an athlete,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because the guy's huge, but he is, and so I don't know.
So maybe the definition can be, if it's something you enjoy and it's something you're good at, or I guess I don't know how to define the two separately with like definitive differences between the two.
Yeah, I like playing safe here, Ben. I think this is too hard a shot to take on right now. Yeah.
She did too. That good old
Wow.
two-way.
Yeah. No, I would have tried to stick him on the back of the 10 and put the 3
Yeah,
ball up
yeah.
on that first time.
Just bank it up.
Yeah, but here's an interesting thought. What if in the United States it's a game? And what if in Europe it's a sport?
It
You look at the European players that get up,
almost
eat a
seems
healthy
like that's the way
breakfast,
it's treated.
yeah, go for a run,
They
come
have-
back, play
They have
pool for 3
support
hours.
from their country and
Yeah.
their federations, and I see where you're going with that.
Yeah, so. But yeah,
I
I
lo-
do
I
think
love-
it's a sport.
I
mean,
love the expression. I think it was Earl that may have coined it, and I could be wrong, but I remember Joe Rogan making
Look at
fun
this
of
shot.
it. That was beautiful.
Look at this shot.
I remember Joe Rogan making fun of it when he said pool is a beautiful game played by ugly people. He didn't say it's a beautiful sport. Now, it just might have been a term, a phrase that just came out of his mouth, but I don't know if he believes
Yeah.
it's a game or a sport, because I've heard him on numerous occasions let the entire room know that he's the world's best athlete. He's the best athlete that's ever come out in his mind. So is he an athlete in his eyes? Is he the best athlete because of pool, or is it because of the other things he does in life? I know the guy does a ton of push-ups and pull-ups and sit-ups, and there's been times where I've been out till 4 or 5, 6 o'clock in the morning at the Rio during BCA, and he comes out at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning in jogging shorts, and he runs around the building for hours.
Earl Strickland.
Yeah. The smoking area outside of the Rio,
Yeah.
outside the convention center?
Yeah.
I was out there one morning, I think I was just by myself. It was 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, I'd been up all night, partying, doing whatever. And here comes Earl in shorts that are shorter than my boxers and headphones that are bigger than a pilot's headphones.
Oh, gosh.
And he comes running down the steps, and I just I looked to myself and looked around and said, "There's no way that had to have been Earl."
Jeez.
And about 10 minutes later, out through the same door comes Earl running down the same steps. He did the same lap around the Rio 4 or 5 times. The guy's a machine.
Yeah. No, I mean, look, I'm 48 years old now, and when I
you
go,
really?
yeah,
You look younger than I am.
thank you. And when I go and play pool for a long session, I feel it the next day. So I know it's taking a toll on my body, my muscles, all of that. I think one thing that we overlook, especially in the United States, is the impact of nutrition and sleep and, fitness and how that relates to our pool game. And I think if we were to focus more on that, then, we would see some benefits. So I do think it's a sport, but I call it a game because I don't want to get into that argument with people. There's other things we can argue about that, in my opinion, are more productive right now.
Yeah. I wasn't looking for a debate, just wanted your opinion on what you thought.
So, they're kind of beating the balls around a little, this rack. It looks like Michael's considering a cut on this 5 ball. It's not a bad shot because the cue ball is going to track in the 9 ball and leave him with a shot on the 6 on the side. So I kind of like taking that on. It's one of these shots where if you make it, you should be out. So why not try it? Well, he hit it too thick. So that's why he didn't hit the 9, but he also kind of punched at it. If he just rolled it, he would have hit right into the 9 and been left with a good shot on the 6.
I think she's got just enough to make it.
Good try.
Close.
Just gonna cut this ball and come down the bottom of the table here. Too thick. Well, he left the door open there. It was the first time that he cut one of those too thick, and that's what happens when you hit it too thick. You want to hit that one thinner. I like putting a full stroke on this ball and coming back out for the 7 on the side. Just feel like I have a better chance of pocketing the ball than trying to baby it in or throw it in. So just a nice full stroke, one rail back, just like this. Very nice.
I know Susan's got a lot of fans back in Arizona watching on the stream right now.
Man, she really put a lot of inside on that
She
ball.
certainly did. I've always liked Susan because she's never been afraid to play anyone. And she's like the only player I know that after a match, it's really hard to tell if she just won or lost.
Yeah, she seems pretty mellow. This is an interesting
It's
shot
funny
here
you say
because
that because there's another player in Arizona whose name is Susan Mello.
oh really?
Yeah. I wonder if she's still playing. She was a strong 9 back in the day.
Okay, so that shot there, if you're gonna go for that shot, I think she got so focused on position on the 9, but I think there was room to kind of bank that, like a 1.5 bank, I call it, where if you miss it short, and you come right back out to that center diamond, and then she could have probably played the 9 in the same pocket from that shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna try to get some results from you guys as these happen, but
Oh yeah, I can give you some of those. I just got an update. Looks like Luke Villanueva beat Mo Bashir 11-8. Mo was the highest rated player in this event.
really. So Ben, look at this shot here. Are you drawing it like she is? Or wait, she might come.
Yeah, I'm gonna draw it and play it in the side.
See, I play this in the other corner with high English and just roll off this rail. I know exactly where it's going to track, and then I have,
I'm doing
basically the cue ball exactly where she went, but I shoot it in the other corner with high English just to make sure I track exactly where I want to. Kind of doesn't matter. It's such an easy shot. You're going to get there either way, but
Let's see. Jeremy Ross beat Anthony Peretta 11-2. Anthony Lactau beat Stu Key 11-6. Alex Esparza beat Sam Lenchow, both from Arizona, 11-7. Luke Wilkham beat Mo Basher 11-8. And that's all we have so far as as recorded matches. Susan taking her time here. She was too worried about killing it for the 10, I think.
yeah, if she had to throw it that much, then better just to hit it
Just
with a
go
little more
up
stroke
table,
and go
yeah.
up and shoot the 10 in the corner. And you know, it's tough to see the angle from here, but in hindsight's 2020. I've never missed a ball in the booth, but I think probably would have hit it with low and slid up and shot the 10 in the corner. Perfect opportunity for Michael. You can really see that stance we were talking about before
Yeah,
here,
he's
where
really
he's
stretching
hunched
across
over.
himself.
Yeah.
I think if he had someone kind of just
Yep.
work with him for a little bit, put him in line, make him stay in line, and don't let him get back to his don't want to say bad habits, but his current habits.
You know, Ben, I think that's a huge opportunity in this country for like some real pool training. You know, there's instructors in every city, but something a little more formalized, not just with like the actual strokes and how people hit the ball, but their mental game and mentoring. You know, I think somebody could capitalize on that and turn it into something really
Niels.
cool.
Have you seen Niels' videos?
No.
His Terminator series?
No.
That's exactly what it's
saying?
about, yeah.
So my
Niels Fine, guys from Europe, if you're not familiar.
my son's a good little soccer player, and it's all about confidence with him. So if he's super confident, he plays a great game, but you can tell immediately when he's not and he doesn't. And so there's this guy out there who's a soccer mentor. So like for all these kids that are playing club soccer, you can pay him money per month, and he'll have like these Zoom meetings with your kid and set goals for them and help them along.
That's real neat.
Yeah, and it made me think about pool. You know, why don't we have that for pool? You know, what if Alex Pagulayan, you know, could give up 4 hours a month, get paid to do it, and do a Zoom call with somebody that he's mentoring to try to become a better player, you know? You don't think that could help?
No,
I do.
absolutely.
You know, there's a lot of people that pay a couple $100s for something like that, you know? So, I don't know. I got a lot of ideas. I don't know how many I'm going to act on, but that's one of them.
Well, it looks like we've got 126 in the room at the moment. Thank you guys for joining us on this Saturday afternoon. Just getting started. This is match number 1, round number 1. We are, what time are we at here? I can't even see. 1:20. We're about a little over 2 hours into this match. It's going a little slower than we had predicted, but that's okay. We'll get things caught up rather quickly. This is single elimination too, so it's not going to really be too many holdups. And we do have a fair number of tables in the room, so if something does fall behind, we're able to get it caught up.
Yeah, the room's packed. A lot of these matches going down on these 9-foot tables, and a bunch of people kind of sweating the action around.
So far, neither player has really figured out the break.
Yeah, Susan had that one break a while back.
Yeah, she did have one. I'm just saying on a consistent basis, neither player have really gotten it down. We are using the Outsville template rack, compliments of the Outsville Aki rack, excuse me. Compliments of Chris Renfro and Outsville. Thank you so much for that support. I believe he also makes the hammerhead tip and the techno dud. I believe that's what Skylar plays with. He's got a lot of cool products.
Sorry, Ben. I was going to say something about the template racks, like the Outsville rack. You know, I found that, you know, there's a lot of times where you still have to focus on the rack, right? The template racks do a great job of getting the balls real close together, but occasionally there's still a little gap in there somewhere that you have to massage and finesse the rack a little bit.
Yeah.
And that might be happening in this match, where they're not really paying too much attention to it because the balls are not really flying open when they hit it.
Good hit.
Yeah, it was.
No, I see what you're saying.
Well, there's a good opportunity here.
And this would be a good confidence boost for Susan too, if she was to be able to run these out.
I wonder if the 3 passes the 10. 3 passes the 10, you just draw back by the 9 here. Into the 9. If it doesn't, you might have to roll forward and play 3 on the side. She's shooting as left-handed. It must pass the 10. Yeah, as Susan switched over and shot that ball left-handed, I was one of the people I was excited to kind of see up here in Las Vegas is John Mora.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he'll be in here. Well, he's in here every day.
He, for those of you that don't know, you know, I used to watch John play a lot on the East Coast. You know, obviously he's Canadian, but he'd come down to the tournaments in New Jersey and Pennsylvania and Maryland, places like that, and he was an incredible player. And then I see a picture of him shooting pool left-handed, and I said, well, they must have like
taking it with a selfie camera.
Yeah, what the heck's going on? And then I was talking to my buddy Mike Davis about it. And Mike is like, no, he actually switched hands. He had like a neck thing, and
He's
he
having
just,
a neck or a back problem, and
like, who does that?
plays world class.
I know. That's not like. Yeah.
Mike Page put out a study after X amount of games on file with him playing left-handed and compared it to his right hand. And his left hand was actually more consistent. There was less fluctuation.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And he was keeping at the same level as he was right-handed.
That's
but
insane.
there was less up and down. It was pretty amazing.
Yeah. That
I
just.
can't hit a ball left-handed.
How hard did he have to work on that? You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure he was. You know,
It makes me almost wonder if he was born left-handed, but then learned how to play right-handed.
Could be. There's a few people like that. You know, they're born one-handed but play
Mitch.
full the other hand. Mitch Ellerman.
Mitch is one of them. Oh, he's weird. He golfs right-handed, but he writes and plays pool left-handed. He's strange.
All right, so we're at 6-2 here.
Mitch is my only living witness of my hole-in-one.
This is just. Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's just a nice one-rail shot. Come out for the green 6 ball on the side. Just like that. You know, just stop your rock here. Make the 6, stop your rock. Leave yourself that nice, comfortable little angle to pocket the 7, that teal ball, come off one rail, to really work the cue ball wherever you want for the 8 ball. And then it's just tic-tac-toe from here.
See that ball bobble?
It did, but she hit
It
it.
doesn't do that on most of the rest of them. She didn't hit it that bad.
She hit it with good speed, though.
Yeah.
You know, any harder, that ball would have stayed up. That's a good shot. So I made a prediction on the last break that we'd start to see the pace of the game pick up a little, and it looks like Susan's trying to make me look good by moving her way around the table and striking the ball.
You didn't just jinx her, did you?
No, I didn't. Told you.
You're not Nick. Nick's pretty consistent with that, Nick, if you're watching.
Jinxing people.
Yeah, gosh, if he commentates on one of my matches, I'm changing my name.
You know, since I started commentating, I've gotten a lot of feedback that, like, sometimes when players aren't playing their best, you know, I'll kind of sugarcoat it. And people said, no, you know, just say it. You know, if I'm playing bad, just say I'm playing bad, you know. And so, it's been tough for me, though, because, you know, I know how tough it is to be in the spotlight out there, you know, what they're doing right now, you know. But,
I just want to give a shout out to pt2 tips. These guys are completely awesome. Awesome jump break tips. If you guys are interested, check out pt2tips.com. They're also on omegabilliards.com. You can also get them through me. They're all over the place, but they are super awesome nuclear tip. There's some hypothermo technology I'm not going to begin to explain or act like I know the technological side of it. I just know that it can withstand my 30-mile-an-hour break.
what brake cue do you use?
Q-Tech Breach.
The breach?
Yeah, everything I have is Q-Tech. I'm an ambassador for Q-Tech now for a little over a year. So the same situation Nick's in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not
Well, it was certainly a good night for Q-Tech last night, wasn't it?
for his end of it. Yeah, unfortunately, I was dumb enough to bet against Q-Tech. I shouldn't say dumb enough. It's never dumb betting on Mitch, but
Yeah.
I let somebody else pick. I said I can't decide. You pick. All right, I'll take Nick for 100. I said okay, I'll take Mitchell.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Nick DeLeon, great player from Arizona, took on Mitch Ellerman last night, and obviously Mitch is, you know, pro player, excellent player. This is a good shot by Susan, nice and safe. And Nick ended up winning the first match, which was 2 out of 3 sets, and then they played a final set. And Nick won that one. Now, he was getting 2 games on the wire, which, you know, some people are going to say, 2 games is not that much, but it is that much when you have players of that caliber. you know, and Mitch never really found the stroke.
Yeah,
you
same.
know?
Mitch wasn't the Mitch that we typically are used to seeing in the past last night.
Yeah.
I think he lost the first one with the 2-game spot. I think it was 12-3, and then I think the second set was 12-2. And they paused for a little bit and played one more set, and that one ended up being 12-10.
Yeah.
Again, all 3 sets. Nick was getting 2 games on the wire, so Nick actually only won 10 games, but.
Yeah.
And that was a whole debate in the chat room last night. That was funny.
Yeah, Nick, he's going to kick at this ball here. Makes a good hit. And
Is he going to get a reward?
No, I don't.
He might end
make
up
this
getting
ball on the
punished.
side. Yeah, she can make this ball on the side. But yeah, I told Nick that he owes me, you know, a little bit of jelly for last night because we went out and had lunch and I took care of his lunch. He's been really helpful with me for a few things lately, and bought him a little sirloin steak, and I think that was the key in that match last night. His nourishment.
Well, if I'd have known that. Didn't know he was eating good too.
Yeah.
Well, Susan undertopped that one right into the point. Got a scrappy first round here.
But I brought up Nick DeLeon because of the Q-Tech connection, and I know he's high on their products, and he's an ambassador, and you know they're really stepping up with some of the products that they're making now.
Mm-hmm. A lot more coming. A lot more on the horizon.
I like trying to bank this ball straight back down the table and roll your cue ball over behind that 6 ball. Oh, he went down behind the 4 ball. It's even better if he gets there. That would have been really neat. If he would have been able to put him right behind that 4 ball.
Pretty strong.
Yeah, I think we can update some of these scores now because we got some matches finishing. So
Nothing new has changed since the last update, but if you weren't around for that, Jeremy Ross beat Anthony Peretta 11-2. Anthony Lactau beat Stu Key 11-6. Alex Esparza beat Sam Lynchow 11-7. And Luke Wilcomb beat the tournament favorite Mo Basher, or Bashir, I'm not familiar with him, beat him 11-8. And from what I understand, I believe Mo got 4th last year.
why do you say he's the tournament favorite?
And the reason I say he was the tournament favorite was because when you sign up for the tournament, as you see, it's a 580 and under, but the tournament has been open for months. Signups have been. So Marcus, our tournament director, has been giving a 10-point grace period. So if you signed up and you were, 579 or 580 at the time you signed up, as long as you were 589 or less at the time of the tournament, you were able to play. Well, apparently Mo was 579 or 580 when he signed up, and in the last couple of months has accelerated to 587.
Oh, wow.
So he's gone up 7 points, and he's got a robustness of over 6,000. So he must have been playing real well, or I'm not sure what was going on, but there was, I believe there was an auction that took place, and I think he went for the most.
Oh, really?
And yeah, I think Arizona put an auction together. And we will have Anthony Lactau and Alex Esparza. That may be our next TV match. Couldn't quite tell you. It's a little early to tell. Actually, I can tell you right now it won't be. We will likely have either Hector Villanueva versus Gene Peregrino next, or Steve Lingefelter versus James Osborne next. It kind of all depends on how long the rest of this match takes. This match may take the entire whole first round.
I kind of like to see Steve Lingefelter get on here. I've known him for 15 years. Met him way back in Maryland, and he's been a pool enthusiast for a long time and played a lot of pool against a lot of people and worked on his game. It'd be nice to see him step up and do well today. So she got a little bit on the wrong side of this 5 ball. Getting back to the match, she could try to hit this with a lot of inside English and then come back for the green 6 down in this bottom right pocket. Actually, she hit it with outside and did that. So, nice shot. So now just a nice smooth center ball stroke. Get yourself a few inches off the rail after making this, so you have a nice comfortable place to cue for the 8 ball. Well, she worked the cue ball, but
Oh, that's a good, interesting fact, Tim. Yeah, Sam Lynchow got beat by Alex Esparza. Sam actually won this event last year. So last year's winner is out, and last year's 4th place player is out already. So thank you for that, Tim. Interesting little fun fact. Is she getting...
did you want some milk?
Did she get water?
She did? Yeah, she's getting us water.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, you want a
No, that's...
shot of tequila?
I'll get it
Too early
later.
for that?
It's never too early. I follow the George Teachea approach.
To tequila?
Yeah, he dabs on a little bit of tequila. I try not to dab on more than a bottle of tequila during. I'm just kidding. So
Well,
Michael is sick with himself.
yeah, the wheels are coming off a little bit. He hit that ball about
You know,
100 miles per hour.
I'm gonna be honest. He's been practicing on stream on Facebook, but he's probably not getting this type of exposure or this type of pressure. I think, and it's just luck of the draw. I think he might be a little bit more comfortable if his first match wasn't on this table.
Yeah.
I think if his second or third match was on this table, he's a little more comfortable. But the same can be said for every player in the tournament, I guess.
Yeah. It's one thing to practice on the stream, and it's a whole different thing to feel the heat of a match on the stream.
Correct. I don't remember my first TV match. I should say TV. I never played on television, but I don't remember my first streamed tournament match.
Yeah, me either.
I think it was against Vilmos? No, it would have been before that.
That ball rattled a little.
That was pocket speed that kept that one in.
Never a doubt. Never a doubt.
So Susan is on the hill. Michael needs them all.
On the hill?
Oh, excuse me. I was thinking races to 9. Our qualifier last weekend was races to 9. Excuse me, folks.
Just seeing if you're paying attention out there. Guys, make sure to let us know with the stream quality, audio, anything like that. We want to make sure we're bringing you the absolute best experience. Tournament started at 11 a.m. and I got here at about 9:15, and it looked like Ben had already been here since 6 a.m. getting everything set up for you guys, just to make sure that it was a great experience for you. So
Yeah, I got here, but I didn't sleep well. I was kind of anxious about today, and I knew this was the first kind of bigger production we were doing from Griff's, and I had built all of this, so there was a lot riding on me personally, and I wanted to make sure it was all on point. That's why we did the test stream last weekend, and that's why there's already been one or two small little hiccups today, but we're quickly combating them and learning from them and not going to let them happen again. So appreciate everybody being patient, tuning in, enjoying it, hitting that share button.
That's good. I know.
well, had a little miscue
I'm
there.
going to put that one on instant replay, Susan. Highlight reel.
I would have took him on the rack.
I think Susan's digging for a tip tool here.
Oh, is she? Is she
Yeah.
breaking with leather?
Is there anything worse than miscuing? It's like, oh god, I hate that.
Depends on the time.
I can tell you, I've been dead out on certain racks. 8 straight in the side, draw back 6 inches, you get the 9 ball, and just jump right over the 8 ball and land the cue ball like a swish in the side pocket. It's terrible.
I didn't think I overloaded the C drive, and I think I was overloading the CPU by recording this to the C drive and not to the D drive. Everything that's going on is going on from the C drive. If I record,
Are we muted?
it doesn't matter. I'm sharing with the people what part of the troubleshooting issue may have been. Overloading the C drive.
Get your C drive in order, Ben. What
Yeah.
the heck?
Oh, I cleared about half of it out little while ago, so we're okay for now.
There's a nice little one pocket shot here where you bank the one across the table. Oh, she can make it. I didn't think she could clear the 4-ball. Anyway, I'll tell you about that one pocket shot later. Well, she overran it. She's playing the 10 ball.
So she's kicking it. Interesting. I think I like kicking 2 rails out of there, but she got a good
And she
reward.
got safe.
She just walked away like a boss.
Yeah, you kind of get the feeling that her confidence level's really high right now. She rolls out a line and she's just like, whatever, I'll just play 10 ball. You know, so you just, this is no knock on anybody, but you just have the feeling that she doesn't feel like she's threatened very much in this match, you know?
Yeah, I hate to say it. I think she knows where she stands.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing against Michael at all because he's got the heart of a pack of lions. This is not going to phase him at all. This is just going to drive him to go home and play and practice even more. He's going to beat himself up a little bit on shots that he knows he could have done differently. He's going to practice them. I promise I'll go home and watch this stream probably 10 times. And he'll come back that much stronger. I've seen it. I've watched this game improve. I see how much heart the guy has.
It's a humbling game for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You're on your feet. If you're sitting down and you got food next to you, you can take your mask off. If you're sitting down with a drink, you can take a drink and put your mask back on. You gotta have your mask on. Thank you.
Do you want something else?
I'm going to get another fireball.
Who wants another fireball? Sorry.
Just put it on 9. Thank you. Gary's taking care of it. Oh, you know what? I don't know her name. Don't let her leave. Did you give her money just now?
Oh, no.
Okay, don't let her leave.
Hold on a second. Tell me to not let you leave.
Here you go, honey.
Sure, Ben.
Thank you. That's just for you.
What time should she get off?
Don't let Mark. She's probably off it. I don't know. 6.
Yeah, I'll make sure to take care of her.
Yeah, she's really, really good.
We're just talking about taking care of the waitress here, and
She's a rock star. I feel terrible. because I
again, great
forgot her
place, great staff. So,
name. The remodel in here is amazing. There's a second.
Wow.
Not everybody knows, but there's a second remodel in the planning process right now. You may not even know about this.
I don't. But, you know, I do know about that last shot. He just harpooned that shot. He just speared it right in. Maybe that's what he needs to kind of jumpstart him a little bit. Of course, he's got the 6 and 8 tied up really bad up there. This
I'd
is
go
not
and
a
do it
bad,
right
yeah,
now.
this isn't a bad time
This
to
is
do
a
it.
great time to just
Good
rock
call,
at this
Ben.
ball.
Because you're going to have a
gotta-
shot on the floor.
You gotta
Yeah.
have the confidence to do it, though.
Yeah. So here, Susan could try to come into it. She could rail first with low English.
Oh,
And slide right
well,
across.
anything almost, and it still
Yeah.
holds that.
And slide across into that 8-6. You're pretty much going to leave yourself a shot on the floor.
Ideally, she could pocket that 6. I guess it doesn't matter. Do you want to go from a 4?
She saw it. She saw it. Yep. I love it when the
saw-
plan
I
comes
saw
together, Ben.
Shane had a similar shot at Moscone last year. That was like the 8 and a 4.
Yeah, 2
And he had
rails.
broken up a problem situation that would have been a problem on the very next shot. It was just a very
So you
well
see that shot she just hit there, Ben? It was left-handed, so we got to cut her some slack. But she came 1 rail and almost floated behind the 6. That's where you got to spin that ball and come 2 rails, take the behind the 6 thing completely out of play.
Wow.
Yeah, she hit that one hard.
Wow.
She's gonna be fine though.
She went around the world. La, 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 la.
You know, she's on the rail now. If she has a little bit of an angle, I would not be surprised to see her roll down and play the 7-10.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, if she wasn't on the rail, I think she just elevates and creates something.
Yeah.
Let me get my cool drawing board back up here.
You know, the 6 is close enough though that if you do have to jack up
I'm having fun with
and
this
just
thing.
stop the cue ball, you can jack up and stop it. And the 6 is close enough you could even not hit it perfect and still make it on a jacked up shot. But I think she is gonna roll down.
Ooh, she might be on top of it. Oh, she hit it perfect. I don't know if you guys heard that. She hit it so good, her opponent said, damn it.
Michael seems like a great guy.
He is such a nice guy, and I hate to see him lose.
Yeah.
But he, like I said, he doesn't have the heart of one lion or two lions. He's got the whole pack.
Is he from California? Somebody said he has one of the toughest tables in the Bay Area.
You know, I don't doubt it, and if you give me a moment, you know what, it's hard to keep track, and I haven't been in the closest with him recently. Give me a moment, and I'll tell you where he's from. Actually, let's just do this. It's the fastest computer in the world, and it's going to be that slow. Yeah, he's from San Fran area.
So she shot 2 combinations in this set, and both of them she's hit pretty firm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she like eyed them up, had the angle she wanted, and drilled them in there.
And while she is racking, I'm going to give you guys a look at some of the new OB Fusion shafts.
The new OB Fusion is the next evolution of carbon fiber shafts, featuring a strong carbon fiber core wrapped in highest grade solid maple. It provides the strength and stability of carbon fiber with the look and feel of a traditional maple shaft. The OB Fusion, a wolf in sheep's clothing. The most important shot in pool is the break. Power and control can be the difference between winning and losing. Introducing 2 new shafts from OBQs, the Aftershock. Built for speed and power, this shaft is designed to transfer all your energy to the cue ball. The Shockwave. This shaft is uniquely designed to promote a more square hit and the ultimate control. OBQs. Master the break.
Yeah, so you guys couldn't see it because of the promo, but Susan took a great deal of time inspecting this rack.
Let's watch the 5 and the
Yeah,
7.
look.
The 5 ball goes, and she's got position on the 1. The 2 ball got kicked. The 2 ball didn't do its typical 4 rails back down, but the 3 rail did, or the 3 ball did.
Yeah.
You know, had she hit them firmer, that 3 would have been a little bit closer to the lower right.
Yeah, we talked about focusing on the quality of the rack.
Mm-hmm.
And we ran that whole promo and she was still looking at the rack, and so she probably took 30-40 seconds to get it right, and then she hit a beautiful break.
It took me years to figure it out, the rack. And when I say figure it out, I don't mean figure out ways to stack it a certain way or to rack a certain pattern or to leave certain gaps. It took me years to realize how important the rack is. That's the first thing when somebody asks me a question, or if they want a quick little break advice or tutorial, whatever, the first thing I tell them is you need to work on your racking before you work on your breaking. Well, what do you mean? If you aren't giving yourself a tight, consistent rack, you're not going to get a consistent break. You can't expect to get predictable or expectable results if you're just throwing the balls out there and putting them in the right shape but not freezing them all up. I said the best way to practice consistency is with a template rack. Learn what these balls are doing over and over and over again at certain speeds and from certain angles.
Nice shot.
And then, and then learn to adapt.
Yeah.
That's my biggest, to me, the rack is more important than the break shot itself. You don't have to have a powerful or super great break shot, but if you can give yourself a great rack and you know where to break from, or if you know the table well enough, you don't have to kill the ball to have a great break.
You're absolutely right. And I remember when I read Joe Tucker's Racking Secrets book. I mean, that book, there's never been anything I've ever done in pool that improved my game more. And my results, I should say. Improved my results more is when I learned about how to rack the balls. I jumped 2 balls.
I didn't read the book, I saw them. I have the DVD.
Yeah. But you can get the cliff notes, right?
The,
Somebody read the book and they can show it to you in 15 seconds on a 9-ball rack. And it's like, wow.
I have the 10 ball version too.
Yeah.
I think the 10 ball one is still wrapped in plastic.
Yeah.
No, I lent the 10 ball
She needs to
one.
stroke this pretty good. And these pockets don't receive it when it's too hard, so she really
Do you
needs to stay
stroke
down
and punch and stay above it?
just like
yeah,
that.
She hit it real good. That's
Yeah,
a scary shot. Some people might roll forward and just take their medicine and play the side.
Yeah, she's She
It's
hit
tough
that
to
one
stun down that rail at that speed with pockets that are not the most accepting pockets in the building.
good. Nice. Just roll in this 9-ball. Yeah, I like Susan's game a lot. And her husband's game. You know,
Yeah, he's alright.
played him recently.
He's in the chat.
Is he?
Yeah, he was earlier.
Played him
He
recently.
said, I know
and,
my role. I know which one the player in the family is.
Yeah, she said that he's up here with, I think, their daughter. And,
Yeah.
yeah. It's like, you know, my wife, we met playing pool on like an APA team, but
Oh, very cool.
she never really stuck with it. But she does like watching me play. Stay down.
So took her time on that one, didn't
I like
she?
that. I like how she hit that 10-ball. You'll see a lot of people try to blast the 10-ball in, but she just really hit it soft, but made sure it was dead square right in the hole. She's on the hill.
Susan is on the hill, and poor Michael needs a doctor.
Yeah, I think you're right, George. I think that was the first break and run in this set.
I didn't even catch that it was.
Yeah, I think so. She had that one
I'm so
ball.
scatterbrained at the moment.
Made the
I'm
one, yeah.
doing stuff on another
See, that's
monitor.
that's why George is so good at
George
what he
is
does.
he's so good at what he does. He's even good at what we're doing.
Send me some tips, George. Yeah.
George and I commentated on something. What was it? Swanee? U.S. Open? I think it was a U.S. Open event.
Let's see if she can replicate that last break. It'd be nice to close it out with a 2-pack for her, wouldn't it? Yeah, she didn't hit those as good. You saw the cue ball have that forward rotation. She didn't get the pop, that you want to get.
But that goes back to your observation now that I think about it. After she broke that last rack, she took a little extra time on it, made sure everything was, copacetic the way she wanted it, and the results paid off. Like you said, that was the first breaking run of the match.
Yeah.
I thought so, George. I wasn't sure. The Swanee was, oh gosh, that was one of them I did by myself, and the other Swanee, that was with Pretty Boy Floyd, Jimmy Mataya, which I believe today or yesterday was his 60th birthday, 70th birthday, 130th birthday. I can't remember, but he's way up there. So happy birthday to Jimmy. He's a buddy of mine, so I can bash on him a little bit.
Well, looks like Susan's gonna have a chance to.
It's a good kick, but she's going to be
The tough
going to
part's
be
gonna be
elevated.
too.
And I think the cue ball naturally goes toward the 5 as she goes. Now she might be able to just. Yeah, but what do you do next? Do you just take your medicine and kick the 2-9? That's pretty wired up.
That does look wired.
But what do you do after that? Can you park the cue ball? Are you going to lose the cue ball down table by the 4 and the 7 in that case?
Well,
Is she standing there listening to advice from us right now?
the good thing about the position Susan's in is there's really no pressure from here. You're up 10-2. Just get up and make the 1, kick the 9, kick the 2-9, see where you lay. And then if you hook yourself, so what? The guy's not going to run, 9 racks and get back into it.
No.
And if you're Michael at this point, I was just going to point out before he shot his shot, this is the point in the match where you just say, you know what, I'm just going to freewheel and fire, and you learn a lot about yourself sometimes. I've been down big in matches, and I've gotten to that mode where it's like, I'm just going to freewheel and fire. And it's like, holy crap, I discovered a new rhythm that works really well. I'm going to use this now, So, you're not really expecting to win down 10-2. So just get up there. If you're Michael, get back to the table and just freewheel, have some fun, and get out there. Get at it.
Okay, one more update. We have Chris M. Carpenter, Mr. 420 from Arizona. Arizona has quite a contingency. Let's see, like 5 or 6 at least.
He's got
Chris
to be.
Carpenter beat our local player, Mr. Santos Alvarenga.
I gotta think
11
Chris.
to 9. Very close match.
Sorry, Ben. I keep cutting you off.
You're
I gotta
fine.
think Chris is one of the favorites in this event. With as much as he's been playing, he's in action constantly.
Yeah, I've been seeing that he's in a lot of action.
Yeah.
If you would have asked me 2 years ago, do I think he has a chance in this tournament? And you want my honest opinion, I'm going to tell you, You know, come play and have fun, but you learn something and go home and take something from it. The statement you just make, I can't really argue with, because I do believe he's top 8 at least. You know,
Yeah.
to see him in the top 4 wouldn't surprise me at all.
And he's been playing players better than him too, which, you know, I've said for a long time. That's one way you get better. You know, is stretch yourself out and play tough competition.
I'm not sure if that was what that was. I don't think she missed the corner pocket by that much, but it was a funny save.
Yeah.
Or a funny
He's
two-way.
I think, you know what, Ben, I'm going to make a side bet with you here that he's going to make this shot. He's playing the jump shot 1-2 combo,
What's the side bet?
$5.
$5? You got it.
All right. Come on, Michael.
Oh, don't turn like that. You turn the right way.
Yes! Don't worry, I'll give you a chance to win your money back.
Yeah, you will. I bet you $5 he's not out.
I need odds on that. This is going to be a
Okay.
lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. George, what I was getting at with Carl, no, I did tell you, Carl, we're going to miss the next shot in action right now, but I just want to show you guys that jump shot right there. That was a good jump shot.
No, we're not going to miss it. Are we?
No, we're not. It just kind of stalled out for a second.
Yeah. Well, that is safe. It is
Yeah.
directly behind the 6 ball. She
I'm
can't.
gonna put in so much extra effort behind the scenes this week, and I'm gonna do a quick little highlight for each match.
That's great.
Couple pulled out decent shots from each match, and then maybe take 2 or 3 from each one and make a highlight reel at the end of this. Kurt, what's up, brother? That's weird. You're not showing up on my chat, but you're showing up on my.
Yeah, I'm seeing people
I
in
see
your
you
chat.
watching,
I don't see
but
on mine, and
this is
vice
weird.
versa.
I think it all depends on where
Is
we're
Kurt-
watching from and
Is
where
Kurt
it's shared.
that good player in Hawaii?
He is. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen him out at
Yeah.
BCA a few times. I
Yeah.
played his buddy Keeley out there.
Kurt's a great dude.
Chaburko. Good player. From
I know the name. I don't think he and I have played.
Yeah, he beat me.
Richard White, thank you very much, sir. You are the man. Very, very cool of you. And actually, that was surprising of you because we lost the pin on the chat. So, do me a favor, Richard. Private message me, whether it's my athlete page or my personal page, Ben Sutherland. Send me a message on Facebook. I want to be in touch with you because I want to send you something. Thank you.
No, I do not live in Vegas now, John. Good to hear from you. I live in Phoenix, but this event, I reached out to Ben and I said, I want to be a part of this. This is a $1,000 entry fee event, over $35,000 in prize money to be given out. And I said, I'd like to come up here and help you commentate. And Ben was so gracious. He was like, absolutely, come on up.
And I'm going to be honest, there were a few people that asked, and I said, if you're listening right now, I'm sorry I lied to you. I said I had it covered, and for the most part, I typically don't mind doing events on my own. But Joey, good buddy of mine, extremely knowledgeable, great pool player from Arizona. He's got a lot of great things that he's doing for the game, so I was thrilled when he reached out, and I'm proud to have him here, and he's also able to kind of help me out when I need to step out for a minute, or if I'm slacking on something, he's able to keep you guys in the loop while I'm in the background struggling.
Thanks, Ben. I'm honored to be here. Appreciate it.
Let's get this back up here.
Let's see. Doesn't look like she's playing this in the bottom right. Looks like she's playing safe-ish.
Ish. And I do want to say hi to Stacy Alsup, my commentary buddy for life. Love that girl. Miss the crap out of you.
see what he does here.
It's funny. I was actually on Google the other night, and I think I Googled. I don't even remember what I was looking for. It had nothing to do with me or you, and somehow I came across a still shot that Daniel Bush must have taken of you and I with headphones on in the middle of commentating a match, which I just thought was so reminiscent. But it was fun to stumble across that.
She can bank this out. She's just got to be careful not to draw it too much. Just a little punch shot. Leave it. Oh, she drew it a lot. Of course, she did get it to the bottom rail, which is nice. But it would have been really nice to leave him right on the back of that 7 ball. So if he hits this ball straight on with a little bit of outside English, he banks it out of there, and then the cue ball should stand up and go right behind that 5 ball. But it's a little touchy. You gotta hit it really well.
Yeah, you don't like my shot? I don't have time. I don't personally have time to draw it out. I don't think.
He's spearing this one.
I'm going like this.
Kicking it inside.
Probably not. But I'm having fun with it either way.
Yeah, so the shot that I played is similar, or I would have played is similar to that, but I didn't like stopping it, because in order to get your cue ball to stop from that distance, the object ball is going to have too much speed on it, which is exactly what happened there. But if you hit that with the high, a little bit of right, you come off that rail, and it kind of deadens that 1 ball to just bank out of there. You don't have to hit it as hard, and the cue ball just nestles in behind the 5 ball. That was the shot. Wow. Not only did she spear it, she actually dug deep into that ball. Brought it way back.
Sorry guys, I'm updating something in the chat right now.
I like the cut here. You come across the table, try to get off that other rail about 8-9 inches, and then you might actually create a shield behind like this. Yeah. So Michael's upset that he didn't get a shot, almost like, not again, you know, you missed and I'm hooked. But I think there was some strategy there to what she did. At least if I were playing that shot, there would have been strategy, you know, where you just know if you miss it, there's a good chance that 8-6 comes into play. So.
Are you going the way he's going, or are you going up and down for the make to the lower right? Or are you doing something completely different?
Let me see.
Because I think at this point, given what he's down and his back being against the wall.
Yeah, I can't argue with that, man.
I think something along these lines, and hoping for something with that 4. I mean, he's not going to make it the way he's shooting it right now, and I think he needs to get. I mean, my lines are terrible. I apologize, but
Yeah,
that you get the idea of what I'm thinking.
I do.
Well, the good news is there's no combo on the 10.
Well, there's a chance to run out from here for Susan. And, you know, if I'm Susan, I really bear down here and I try to be as clean and precise as possible and run this rack, because oftentimes your last game of a match, which for this one hasn't gone like super smooth for her. Of course, she's in command of the match, but it hasn't been like she's played her best pool. So if she can leave this match with a really nice out, where she's very precise and she executes, that could carry over into the next match.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt. Okay, good.
You muted?
No.
What's that line throwing me? Oh, that's 2
This is
muted. Okay.
preview. That's what's coming up next, but I'm setting it up.
Yeah. So here she's got to use the bridge. This almost looks like, I wonder if she has a Q extender, because this almost looks like one of those where if she had a Q extender,
You'd still
she
need
could,
it, yeah.
she could use it. No, without the bridge, I mean.
Oh.
And then not need the
I
bridge.
see what
I
you're
found
saying.
that Q extender to be an incredibly valuable tool.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised that ball went in.
That's twice that a ball's rattled in that pocket and fallen, and the opposite has happened in that opposite corner
And
pocket.
I was gonna say the lower right as you do the screen.
Yeah.
So this bad boy over here
Yeah.
is probably the toughest pocket on the table. It's the most stubborn. It spits out more balls than any other one, and that's just something I know from personal experience. This is my homeroom, so when I do come practice, 99 out of 100 times, this is the table that I'm on. So I've learned to respect this table.
You know, I've never been one of those players who was very observant of how the table plays. I just get on and start making balls, missing balls, whatever. But I've always appreciated those people that could play on
That's
a
a
table.
great shot.
Oh, of course it takes it that one. But I've always been.
He didn't call it.
It's one of those days, you know. I was totally thinking about that too.
But I've always kind of
Oh, poor guy.
admired those people that can get on a table for 10 minutes of warm up, and then get off the table and say, yeah, that pocket's a little tight over there, or you know, this rail's a little bouncier than that rail. You know, it's like there's certain people that kind of have a gift for that. You know.
That's. I'm not gonna say I have a gift for it, but conversation I had with Scott very early on when I started playing pool was learning what a wet table was, and learning how to identify it. So
You mean like humidity?
to a point, yeah. Tables that are playing moist, playing humid, if you will. Pockets that just aren't quite cut right, and it's kind of just a weird breakdown of it. But a slower, tougher table that would play differently if it had a different atmosphere.
Yeah. I met a guy here who's in this
You don't
tournament.
necessarily have to be in a humid room to have what would be considered a
Humid
wet
conditions,
table.
yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, I met a guy here named Brian who's in this tournament from Florida, the Orlando area, and we know a lot of the same people because I used to live in Florida. And I mean, I can tell you that
Is that Brian Luke?
perhaps. Are there any other Brians? Brian Luke. Yeah, I mean, I was
Sounds
watching him
about
warm up. He was playing pretty well. But, you know, I hit balls completely different in Florida than I do in Arizona and Colorado. You know, the humidity in Florida, you literally have to overcut balls because they stick together when they collide before they release. You know.
I've never been in that.
Oh yeah. It's a different experience, and it, you know, you're a great player, so you'll adjust quickly if you went to like Orlando and played a tournament, but you would have to adjust. It's not the same.
I can't help it. I feel for Michael. He was frustrated. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's almost like he was expecting to make that kick. He made a good hit, but it's tall order to make a kick shot.
Look, when it's not going right for you on a race to 11, that's a long time to be frustrated.
Now Susan's going to put a little bit of salt on the wound.
Yeah. Guys, thanks so much for joining the stream. Hope you're enjoying the content. It's looks great to us. Let us know if it looks great to you. Let us know if the audio sounds good and the smooth voice of Ben Sutherland.
This is what I'm thinking here.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking with pace, and I'm actually going to try to catch this rail first.
Yep. Well, we've seen that he wants to, you know, use the jump cue quite a bit. He's darting it.
Not a fan.
Are you a big, do you use that dart stroke on a jump shot?
No.
I've never done that. Never been able to do it.
Maybe 5 times in my life ever. I don't do that. I don't like to. I'm not comfortable with it.
Yeah.
I am Team Propel all day though.
I knew a hustler back in Maryland that, with the shaft, could jump like balls.
With just
literally
the shaft.
right next.
Yeah,
I mean,
with
it's
just the
like,
shaft I can get within an inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch. Or used to be able to anyway.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it in a number of years. It's not legal to do in events, so it's something I really didn't practice too often after
It's
that.
fun to watch though.
Yeah. You know what's fun to watch is when Alex needs 44 balls playing one pocket, and he runs 15, 15, and 15. It happened the other day. He's been playing the ghost in one pocket.
Wow.
And he gets he has to make 45 balls in 6 racks.
Jeez.
And he was down to needing 44 balls, and he had 3 racks left. There's only 15 balls in a rack, so there's only 45 possible balls left.
Jeez.
He breaks, gets ball in hand, runs 15. Breaks, gets ball in hand, runs 15. And he's playing one pocket, so he's running them all to the same pocket.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Breaks, gets ball in hand, so runs 15. Ends up beating it by a point. It was just
Jeez.
ridiculous. And he was here a little while ago. He might still be at the bar, or he might still be in the room. He's probably got a friend or two in here. There's a little bit of a Filipino contingency too. And I know his Canadian buddy from John is also staying in town right now as well. So maybe we can.
Talking about John Morrow?
Yeah, John Morrow.
How about you and I play them some scotch doubles? What do you think?
Can we all play opposite-handed with eye patches on or something? I don't know if you can't even tell John to play opposite-handed. How do you get Alex? How do we trap Alex?
Yeah.
You don't.
Alright,
So you and I just have to play 3 or 4 balls over our head.
Yeah. It'd be fun. So
It would be fun.
So Michael stroked the ball really well, but drew it way back. And so now the shot here is just roll this 9 ball in and give yourself a tough cut on the 10. You're not going to do any better than that.
I almost like crossing it and playing safe.
That's what I meant is offensive. If you're
Yeah.
offensive, you just got to roll it.
You don't cross to make it on this table, I don't think.
Yeah.
I think you cross to leave it up center table, center diamond. It's a tough shot either way.
Yeah.
All 3 options were tough. But I think that was the least toughest of the 3 was to
So she can spin this a lot and come 3 rails.
try and leave that cue ball right up here.
Or she can hit it with inside English and just a little touch of inside and come down 1 rail. We'll see what she does. I anticipate her hitting it with outside like this. Nope, she did 1
checked it
rail.
up.
Yeah. She went with option B. Well, folks,
So
I
barring
think this match is
mental
over.
error, we're not sure who our next match is. As soon as this stream is done, I'm going to run some ads for just a moment, and then we're going to end the stream. I'm going to go find out who's next, and we will restart the stream in about 5 minutes.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
And that is it. 11 to 7. I'm Ben Sutherland, joined by Joey Ryan. We'll be back shortly.
Michael, we've all been there, man.
Yeah.
Keep your head up.
Oh yeah.
Like even that last one, you make the 8 ball.
I know, but I'm sure the comments know. But that's another thing. Yeah. Well, I just overdrew it. Yeah. Oh yeah, of course. I don't know, you go to my Facebook page and watch me play for 600 plus players. Well, I wasn't stressed. I just didn't execute for whatever reason. Yeah, I have 3 7/8-inch pocket. So it wasn't, I mean, Lance, so Ryan saw me doing great. You know how it is.
I showed up and took the ground floor and practice like I can't.
Yeah.
Get in the game, I can't make a ball.
Yeah.
And vice versa, I come in and
I mean, there's, I felt like I certainly was behind balls a little more. I didn't have as good starting spots. But, thanks for commenting and being nice. Cool, yeah, absolutely.
Where you live, California?
San Francisco, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I make it down Phoenix. For events and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Like I never. I don't even remember. All right. I've never lost lottery.
Okay, folks. I'm going to go ahead and drop this stream for right now. We'll be back live in less than 5 minutes. We will be on the Griff's Facebook page, so please just refresh the page, and when it's back up, please, please, please share. We appreciate you guys so much, and we will see you shortly. Thank you.
One of my things I was really just trying to do is just keep your head, and I didn't really lose my head.